off, and you're also welcome to have the microphone on or off, depending on if you have questions to ask and that sort of thing. So thanks for coming along. Possibly, because we're not expecting anyone else today, I was just going to ask you what you're looking for generally in a house, if you're happy to share that. But if you're not able to, Zoom has a chat function. So if you haven't got a microphone, what I'll do is I'll run us through the house, and you can ask questions if you need to as we go. It's a pretty interesting house actually, because it's got either 4 or 5 rooms, and I admit it doesn't look much from the outside, but it's been done up really nicely inside. But just while we're looking at this main photo, I'll just mention that there's room here for off-street parking, and there's also room for off-street parking down here, and also there's a single garage. Around the back is quite a decent size piece of land, so that's the side of the garage. So you come around, and this room here is being renovated at the moment. Power, it's being lined, that sort of thing. I don't think we're allowed to call it a bedroom as such, but it is a really neat extra area. So this home, I don't know if you are from this area or not. So I'll show you where Norwich Place is. To make that as easy as possible, I'll zoom out of it. If you're fairly familiar, just let me know. It's in the suburb of Awapuni. It's reasonably close to river walkways. There's a very good shopping centre here, as well as some churches and things there. There's bus routes nearby. The centre of the city is just here, so it's fairly easy. Norwich Place goes on to Rugby Street, and you can go round and into town. Now it's amongst, this is the property here. So you've got the home itself, then you've got quite a big outdoor area, which is lovely. Sort of, if you imagine half of that is the garage, and then the room out the back. So that's sort of whereabouts it is. If you're interested, I don't know if you have children or not, in terms of zoning, there's no primary schools. It's not zoned specifically for any primary schools, although Awapuni School is very close, just here at the end of the street. Otherwise, and again, if school zonings don't apply, I can move on, but there's Monrad's reasonably close. And Awatapu is probably the closest school there as well. So it's not zoned for boys or girls. Oh, I can hear you now. Right, so let's have a look. Now, ideally, in an ideal world, we would have a 3D model of this home, but unfortunately, we haven't got a 3D model of this home. COVID-19. Yeah, COVID-19 came along before we could do a
no, all good.
Well, that's okay. We can still have a look.
You having a good birthday, Sever?
Yeah, cooking tea now. Still gonna make my own cake.
Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is pictures that are of work being done. So it doesn't look like this now. It's finished now, but we were unable to get new photos. So it's got a new kitchen in the house. Just outside the kitchen window is an outdoor area, and there's a lot of work was being done at the time, so it looks a bit not so good, but there's going to be a nice trellis along here and a nice area for outdoor entertaining. It is a bit of a difficult home to show because there's not that many photos for you. But I'll just go back to this photo for a minute. At the front of the house here in this corner is a lounge, which is this room. And you've got fibre connection there. This lounge could also be a bedroom. I mean, it's got so many rooms, it's not funny, this house, that's also in the lounge. So we've got the parking out the front, and we just go from there. So the general standard is nice. It'll have new curtains. It's nicely painted. The carpet's nice and soft. It's probably got what you'd call 3 double bedrooms, and then it's got 2 smaller bedrooms inside the house. And then it's got the room out the back, that one there, which we can't say you can use as a bedroom because we're not allowed to, but you can use that room how you choose. Bathrooms being done up as well. I'm just really sorry that we haven't got decent photos to show you. It was still work being done. And it's generally of a nice standard. The difficulty at the moment is because we don't have a proper like 3D model I can show you, it's sort of hard to know because you can't really see the size of the rooms, etc. During this time, and like I say, it doesn't look like much on the outside, but it's just real nice on the inside. It's got that thing there is infinity hot water. That's the gas hot water, which means that you have hot water all the time. You know, it's which is good. There are sort of 2 living areas. So if we're going through that doorway and through, you get to the front of the house where the big lounge was. If you go past this countertop, there's another living area. So there's a lounge and a living room. So this house, it's a shame we haven't got a floor plan because you can basically have it as 3 bedrooms, 4 or 5. I don't know how many you might need. If you only needed 3 or even 4, you could have 2 living areas, which is pretty cool. As you can see, this is all brand new lino. And that's the general basics. I'll just mention something to you about COVID-19 and how you can apply for properties and stuff like that. It's absolutely 100% possible to rent a home at the moment. In other words, it's possible to say, yes, we'd like to rent a house, to apply for it, for the application to be accepted, and even for a tenancy agreement to be done, but you can't move in until after the level 4 lockdown, which shouldn't be too much longer. So I might just show you this house. Amanda is the property manager. I'm just the host today, so I don't know quite as much about this house as I would like to be able to tell you. If you did click on apply for the property, this applies for any property that we have. It takes you to a screen here where you can tick yes in this box to say that you have viewed the property because you've seen it with me. And then if you have seen this screen before, then you may have applied for another property and you can use the same application, which is really cool for a different property. But if you haven't seen it, you just click no, enter your details, and that comes into us as an application. And then once you've done that once, let's say you didn't get this property, for example, then you can use that same application for many properties. So like I say, it looks messy because of the work being done. And I do apologise that I can't show you anything else apart from the photographs, but the other living areas, this is the lounge at the front, but the other living area, which it's a shame we don't have a photo of. The day that we took these photos, there was like stuff everywhere because they were renovating. So in the other living area is full of stuff, so we didn't take a photo, but that one's got a heat pump. And it's nicely heated, and of course all the insulation is up to standard as well. So I don't know if you have any questions at all.
No.
No, that's okay. Well, because it's like I say, this is it might be difficult from what I'm showing you for you to be able to say we'd like to apply or we wouldn't like to apply. So what's happening is there's always the option that you could have a look after level 4 is gone. But people can actually apply for it now as well. So that's just to let you know. So if we have people apply, if you we're interested, we can try and let you know. But if you're applying anyway, then that's fine. Yeah, you're welcome also, if you want to let me know the basics of what you're looking for, just in case I've got something else. So what do you need in a home?
The bedrooms are all right. I've got 5 children.
Oh, yes. Yep. Well, believe it or not, this house would fit you.
Yeah,
not many.
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, not many houses. Not a lot of the houses that we've got would fit you. Where do the kids sleep at the moment? Like, do they share rooms and stuff?
Yeah. The 2 girls share a room, and the 2 younger ones share a room, and I've got a newborn.
Yeah. So in this house, that could definitely continue, or you could spread out more. If like I say, there is a room next to this kitchen. Like, if you imagine standing looking this way, behind our back is a little room that could be a good crib for a newborn. Or of course you could have in your room or whatever you might like, but there's sort of like so you could, like I say, you could use this house as 3, 4 or 5 bedrooms. So that's where, for example, if you had the newborn with you and then the other kids shared rooms like they do now, then you would have 2 living areas and a little office sort of thing. If you had, say, from this picture, the room to the left would be a good bedroom, and so with the lounge at the front, like that would be a primo bedroom actually, the lounge at the front, that's that one. Then you can go to sort of 1 living area, because the way that the kitchen is, the kitchen's sort of, it's a little unusual. It's like it's in the middle of the house, because some time ago, just to the left of this picture, they added on this extra living area. And if you didn't use that as a bedroom and just had it as like a lounge, heat pump in it, you can just go through that lounge and straight out onto that deck. So that can open up nice. That's undercover there as well. So if that's something that you feel could be a possibility, feel free to apply. And if you have any, the application form does allow you to make any extra notes or anything like that. If there's anything that we could do to help, or that might be helpful, I guess, or anything that's specific to your needs.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just have a real quick look, if you don't mind, to see what else we've got, because I can tell straight away which ones might suit. So if you don't mind waiting a moment, I'll just do a quick look. This one here, Worcester Street, is that would be big enough for you. In fact, that's got quite a cool feature about it, in that the parents' bedroom is in a different part of the house to, say, the children's bedrooms.
Don't have to listen to them.
Yeah. And then, like, you might have the baby in with you, sort of thing. Can I show you this house? Is $550 okay? Yeah.
No, that's around the price range I can afford.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Well, let's have a look at this then. I don't know if that's big enough for you to see very well. I'm not sure if you're using like a phone or something. But basically, there's an entranceway here. This is the front of the house where that hand is.
Okay.
And then if you turn left, you've got all the bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. You sort of come down a hallway and there's 3 bedrooms. So you could, for example, if you had 2 children in here and 2 in there, then that could be a playroom for them. Or you could spread the kids out over 3 bedrooms. In the middle,
I've got a teenager. She's keen to get her own room.
Oh yeah, there's a real nice room here. I'll show you it in a minute. It's like a real sunny room. You probably love it. But in the middle of this house, just these bits, that's all your kitchen, laundry, bathroom and stuff. If you go from the front door, if you turn right, there's like a big lounge and then there's a second living room. Got the kitchen, and this is the adults' room, so to speak. So let me show you something. This one we've got a model for. So if you've got a few minutes, I'll just show you this one. Let's just make this again. Okay, so can you see that okay?
Yes.
Not too little? Okay.
No.
So, so this is the front door. Oh, the other thing as well, depending on the age of your kids, is this has got two fenced yards, like fully fenced. So you can have like a backyard fence separate to the front yard, etc. So when you come in, remember you can go off to the left and there's 3 bedrooms, or you go right and this is the living areas. So this is quite a nice place. In fact, it's a good location depending on where you want to be, I suppose. But Worcester Street's a good location. You've got a wood burner fire here, and there's a heat transfer system, which is basically you switch on. Whoops! Oh, sorry, I've gone out of control. So see where that thing. So you can say to transfer heat to the bedrooms.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and the thing that would be really good for a baby is in the main room, there's a heat pump, the main bedroom. I'll show you in a minute. So you'd always be able to keep it at a certain temperature. So you've got this room here that can separate. This is like a dining room, but it could also be this is a living room and that's a living room, you know? So depending on how your family dynamics work. You can also go through to the kitchen. You can go through that way, but I'll just go around this way. Now the kitchen's older style. Oh, that's something I need to mention. This house, like the last one, was having work done. The work's now finished, but like all those doors are now hanging back on all the door frames. But so just ignore that. That's just, yeah, okay. Now, kitchen's a little bit older style, but it's got heaps of storage, like loads and loads of storage. You've got the oven with an extractor fan there. I'll come down the other end of the kitchen and turn around, and that'll show you a bit more of what it's like. And you can have a look on this model on our website, just in your own time. So lots of cupboards. What you can do if you're playing around with this model later, you can get this little thing here that's like a ruler, and you can measure spaces, like the size of bedrooms or the fridge space. For example, if you were going to use, put the fridge down here at the end, you can measure from there to there just to see how wide it is. Oh, well, you can if you click the right buttons. So, so that's about 80 centimeters wide. And so you can do stuff like that. Like if you're looking at a bedroom, cool. you can measure it. And because you might have to put a fridge there if it didn't fit there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or another alternative, not so ideal, but you could close that door and have a fridge here. Okay, so we're heading to the laundry. Laundry then goes out the back, but this is the main bedroom. So you've got a heat pump up here on the wall. It's a big room, but doesn't look that big. These plugs have got USB chargers for your devices, as well as power points. And then you've got a wall bracket there. I'm not sure what size TV would fit on there, but you can put if you've got a wall mounted TV, you can put it there. And then around the back here is a wardrobe. So you just tuck away all your stuff in there. Now this room, I think given that there's so much storage, like in here, see in here there's like all these drawers, things to hang up and stuff, that you could certainly, if you wanted to have your baby in the same room as you could. If you didn't want to, then you could do this, you could have the baby in a separate room on the other side and sleep in a room next door. I'll show what I mean in a second. So any questions so far, or are you okay?
No, that's
it's pretty cool house. Now this is what.
Yeah, it looks like it's a cool setup.
Yeah, like this house would have. This room would have been the house's original main bedroom, but it's not anymore because I've built an extra one. So this is where, like, if you had kids sharing a room, there'd be room for playing as well as beds, or if you've got bunks, I don't know. Not a lot of storage just here though. all of the bedrooms, as well as having heat transfer up there, have also got ceramic heaters. And I don't know if you've had one of those before. They just raise the temperature of the room by a couple of degrees. Now there's a hallway and there's 2 more rooms. So this is the next room. This is also big. That's why if you kept the configuration of 2 kids in each room, then you could do that if you wanted to. Also, like what I was talking about before, was if you wanted, say, a baby in this room, you could go in the room next door to it. So it really depends how you want to live. Now, again, this looks weird because all the doors are off, but at least you can see in here there's a decent hot water cylinder, quite a bit of storage. Sorry, it's gone a bit weird on us. Okay, so this is the room that, did you say 19-year-old?
No, I got a teenager. She's 14.
Yep. Oh, 14, yeah. So this room's actually really sunny. It's sort of like, it's got a decent amount of storage. And that's where, with the 3 bedrooms on the side, you could sort of divide them up a bit. Because I guess she's getting to that sort of more independent stage, eh?
Yeah.
Also,
one their siblings in their room.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, we all change, eh, as we grow up. So bathrooms is something that's a little unusual. The only bathrooms are here. There's a separate toilet, and there's this one with a shower. So you don't actually have a bath, unfortunately, sort of thing. But there is a shower and a separate toilet just there. Does mean though, like if we go back to this, means like to go from the main bedroom, which is here, you actually have to go through the laundry, kitchen, round there, down the hallway to get to the bathroom. So that's a bit of a mission, little bit unusual. I'll just show you something else too. It's got a single garage. You've got room to park another car off the street. The front yard is fenced, as I mentioned. So when the little one's running around, won't be a problem. That's looking at it from another angle. Now it's also got this bit here behind the garage. And so if you came out that laundry door and turned right, you get to this deck. And this deck's awesome. Like, you might wonder why it's sort of tucked behind a garage, but it's because it gets the sun really nicely. It's the best spot in the whole yard to get the sun. And there's like little lights in here and stuff, LED lights that shine at night and that sort of thing. So it's a nice spot. So just wanted to show you that as well. Do you guys know where Worcester Street is?
No.
Ah, okay. Well, that's pretty important.
I'm not from Palmerston.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So just to so that Norwich place we looked at before, that's, like I say, that's close to some shops and stuff. Worcester. Oh, trying to do it by memory. I might have to type it in. Hold on a second. So the kids at a school yet, or schools yet?
No.
No.
We've been looking because their father works at the wastewater treatment plant.
Oh wow! Yep, they're doing massive upgrades to all of that, over the next few years.
Yeah, and so Awapuni is like really close to.
Yeah, so this is also I'm not sure if it's what they call West End or Awapuni. Yeah, but I guess with the wastewater plant, because there's a bridge over the river down. Geez, where are we? Oh, there's a bridge now over the river there, which is like, I can't quite remember where the wastewater treatment plant is. I know it's here somewhere. You can normally see, oh, there it is. Yeah, by the racecourse, eh? Yep.
Yeah, by the Molson line or something.
Oh, okay, it's that one. Is it? Okay, yep. Well, it depends. Like if Awapuni is close, then Worcester Street is also close. So let's just, well, quite close, So Worcester Street is it's quite a popular location because you've got things like swimming pools here. You've got swimming pools here, which is just like a block away. Oops. playgrounds. You can go down to the walks on the river and that sort of thing. So Norwich was more like over here somewhere, or over here somewhere, and Worcester is there. I mean, Palmerston North's not too hard to get around anyway. But is your husband at the wastewater plant that's in Awapuni though, or is he somewhere somewhere else? Is he like in somewhere near Milson? Did you say? Because Milson's on the other side. So it's Milson there. He might be in here. I don't know.
Is it the main one?
Oh, won't be a second. That'll be that one there. Awapuni Recovery Park, they call it. Yep. So both of those properties would be handy for his work.
Oh, cool.
The first one, Norwich, would be quite a lot closer, depending on how he goes to work. But those are the two properties. What I can do, if you like, is I can like what we're doing today, this viewing, I can actually tell the computer to sort of save the recording, and I can email it to you if you like, if he wants to see it later or something like that. Would that be helpful, or is he watching as well?
No, yes, please. I'd have a copy of the recording.
It'll just be us talking and stuff.
Yeah,
that's all right.
That's all right.
But they're the only two that we've got that would be big enough for you, I think, without going a bit crazy through being squashed in a very small space. So I'll just confirm that. It won't be a moment. I just know the properties, you see. So yeah, that one on Wood Street would be too small, I think. Yeah, wouldn't really be suitable. This one in Jackson Avenue, that's really quite small too. But Jackson Avenue.
Yeah, he already attended a viewing for that for me.
Oh, cool. Yeah. That's pretty tiny. So, no, best to probably look at this one in Norwich or the one in Worcester Street. Okay, so do you have any questions about all of that? Otherwise, you can just have a look, show them this later or something. And
yeah, no. And I think I'll apply for both of them.
Yeah, that's great. So remember, if you're applying, you only have to fill out the actual application form the first time. Where's the thing? There. So like, remember, by going to our website, going apply. If you've already applied for any other properties using this thing, tenant.co.nz, then you'll hopefully have a profile. But if not, like I was saying earlier, just go in here, fill it out, and then like save your profile. And there's many of the real estate companies use this tenant thing, so that you don't have to keep refilling stuff out all the time, just in case, So that what I'm saying is, if you did Norwich Place, then save it, go to the one in Worcester, click on apply, and then you'll be able to tick yes, we've got a profile. And it's nice and easy.
So, what would be your ideal references?
Sort of, it'll walk you through it on the online version. I can't do it, unfortunately, because it won't let me. I mean, it'll ask you to maybe take a photo of some ID, that sort of stuff, which is sort of standard. References are like sort of work, or it can be a previous landlord, or
well, my landlord is my mum, because she owns our houses.
Yep.
So
and yeah. Well, then you could still put her down as, because it'll ask you where you're currently living or whatever, or where you were previously living, and you can just put her down. And then workplaces like your husband's boss or something. The guys just like to, and what would probably happen as well is the property manager, Amanda, as she's working through that application, she might give you a ring and have a chat just to make sure, in case she's got any questions or all that sort of stuff. But the first step is to fill out this thing, and then we can go from there. So references, just people. I guess it's good to have people who say you've worked with, or that you've rented from, or those sorts of things.
Yep.
It'll talk you through it. Personal references are okay too. Business ones are good, and that's why I mean, you know, your husband's boss, a workmate, you know, whatever it might be all good. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll let you have a relax and get ready for dinner and all that sort of stuff. I'll send this through to your email. I just want to make sure I've got it. Yeah, I have. It'll be your Gmail address. Is it okay?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. And I'll do that as soon as it's ready, and he can just watch this, or we can watch it together later on.
Oh, cool.
Could I ask a little favour? And it's and you don't have to do this by any means, but if you found this useful, like say compared to, you know, or something like that, I'm just wondering if you could. I've just gone off on a weird tangent now with my screen, but if you could look up what's in real estate, and you thought this was quite a good way of interacting or something, you could leave a review, but you don't need to, honestly. But if you wanted to say, yeah, it was cool, we could see the property.
No, it was cool.
yeah.
But easier.
So I'm just being a little cheeky just to ask, but you don't need to. Anyway.
No, it's a bit way easier.
Yeah. And that one where we've got the 3D model, those are really cool, because then, you know, you can measure them. Like that one in Worcester, you can just go and have a look at that now and just, you know, look around it in that 3D model. Great. Okay, well, good luck, and I'll finish up now. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
No, thank you very much.
Okay, see you then. Bye bye.
You have a good evening. Bye.
Thank you. You too.